What's up, YouTube? It has been a while, mainly because my iMovie and I have not been getting along lately, so I'm kind of doing this voiceover for the most part blind. I really can't see what I'm voicing over, if that makes sense, so I'll do my best though. The first clip you'll see is going to be from June 30th. It's going to be one kind of quick squat that I had there. I had some really bad sumo pains, like in my hip and my groin region, and that kind of carried over. That was probably the 28th, and that had carried over until that session. I just pretty much ruined the whole session for me. So on this week, I decided to switch back to pulling conventional. Even though I'm a much weaker lifter in the conventional position, I can get stronger in it, and that's the main point. I trained it for a long time because I just really couldn't pull sumo. I had that same kind of pain, and now it's kind of switched back to it. So had a pretty solid session going in. I wasn't expecting anything crazy, not having pulled conventional for like at least 6 weeks, I think, at all. And I pretty much just did a pretty basic like 5-3-1 protocol with fives. So I just worked up to like 75, 80, and 85% and just pulled fives. One thing that I did notice this week, that my belt was a little too loose. I had had this kind of hunch for the past. So like I was saying, I wasn't having some issues with my belt just not being as tight as I thought it could have been. So I brought it in a notch, and it made a huge difference as far as my bracing, and again allowing me to have a pretty successful deadlift day. And I didn't have huge expectations going in because I just hadn't pulled in a while, but I ended up topping out at 395 for a set of 5. That matches a PR for 5 reps for me, and it seemed like a little bit easier if you're using the RPE scale. It was definitely probably a half point or even a full point lower on the RPE scale than my previous 395 for 5. So again, probably some sumo that actually carried over to my conventional. Then some of this last footage I have for you guys is from just this Saturday, July 4th. Again, I think that tightening my belt really helped me here, hit a big PR. I was a little bit nervous. You'll see this training setting is new to me, and it has this kind of turf that I had to squat on. I was getting kind of worried that I would kind of absorb some force, and I wouldn't feel as strong on it, but I felt really good the whole entire time. Mobility has been good. I had some kind of weird SI pain, but it kind of went away, so that was fine. It was good for me. So this was 425 for a triple here, which is a PR for me. And honestly, it wasn't incredibly difficult. I wasn't going for the rep because I just wanted to hit 2 sets of 3 this day, but I feel like I probably had 5 or 10 more pounds in me. So yeah, that's a huge PR for me. But yeah, things just been pretty consistent. We didn't even have big expectations going into this day because, like I said, I had some SI pain. For those of you who aren't familiar, it's kind of like where your sacrum and your iliac joint meet, kind of like it's in the lower back area. It was really, really painful on Friday. I was supposed to actually squat Friday, but I felt fine on Saturday and went for some big PRs. This is a 360 high bar for a triple too, which was a 10-pound PR for me. So yeah, I'm sorry for the guys and gals that like seeing my training footage. I can't do a ton right now with my iMovie being messed up, but I did get some footage out to you guys, and thank you guys always for watching, and I'll probably have some stuff up next week. Take care.